In our Sunrise Smart Start, breaking overnight, fire crews in Rochester battling a 2-alarm fire in a 1-story commercial building. This happening on Leavenworth Street in the city.
So far, no injuries reported as a result of this fire, though we're told the first crews on scene actually had to be pulled out of the building as a precaution because of the heavy smoke and the extreme heat. So they started battling the fire from the outside. And then the roof collapsed a few moments later, making it impossible for them to get back inside.
But now with the roof collapse, what that sort of an issue poses to us, it's hard for us to hit the seat of the fire, because when the roof collapses, you'll have hidden pockets of fire burning, and we're not able to get water to it effectively.
The cause of the fire is still under investigation, but we're told the building has already been demolished this morning.
Still developing this morning. 2 women are dead. Another is recovering in the hospital after a triple shooting last night in the city of Rochester.
Police tell us the shooting happened at a house along CoStar Street last night. Jatira Marsh joins us live outside the public safety building this morning with the latest details. Good morning, Jatira.
Good morning, Casey and Amal. Last night, police received calls around 7:20 for reports of shots being fired on CoStar Street. They confirmed that all victims involved, which were 3 in total, were adult female. The first female who died at the scene, the first female died at the scene. The other one was transported to the hospital where she later died. The third woman is in the hospital with what police believe to be non-life-threatening injuries. Police also confirm it was confined to 1 residential space, and there is no confirmed suspect yet in custody.
We're still working on verifying identities. So in terms of what the actual relationship is within that, we have, what people kind of tell us initially, some preliminary information, some hypothesis type stuff, but we're still working on nailing down the actual specifics of it and verifying that.
Police confirm that there is no current threat to the community, and this is an ongoing investigation. Any new information provided will update you right here. Live in Rochester, Jatira Marsh, News 8.
Jatira, thank you. And of course, one of the places we will keep you updated will be on our website. That is rochesterfirst.com.
Nearly 1,400 cases of RSV in children under 5 have been reported between October and November, according to the Monroe County Public Department of Health.
Dr. Elizabeth Murray says, with URMC, says the respiratory illness is causing more hospital stays among kids than any other bug, with the flu a close second. She says about 30 to 35% of their inpatient population at Golisano Children's Hospital is because of RSV. However, testing for RSV is not required.
These are common diseases, and quite honestly, the majority of the population does not need to be tested for RSV. I think for parents, hearing all of this is very, very scary, but you need to remember, once your child is school age, kind of kindergarten and above, they can become sick with RSV, but for them, it's going to be much more like a cold.
Murray adds that because treating RSV is a lengthier process, it may result in longer wait times than other illnesses or injuries.
All right, let's check in now with meteorologist James Gilbert for a look at today's forecast. James, cold today, but no flakes in the air, right?
No, not today. We'll wait. We'll wait for those snow showers. We can see them on radar. They're off in the distance, a couple hundred miles to our southwest. But this view is looking north. You see a little bit of light there over Lake Ontario. Not bad. Temperatures currently 34 degrees. It's dry out there. We'll wait, I'd say, until about midnight to start to see those flakes fly. We'll take a glance at the mountains, bus stop forecast at the end of the show. Mel, how are the roads looking right now?
James, roads are still looking really good out there. I'm not seeing any accidents this morning as of yet. All the main arteries are running on time. That includes 390, 490, and 590. If you're heading out the door this morning, everything should be smooth sailing. The only thing we would like to warn you about is that structure fire we told you about at the top of this hour on Leavenworth Street. That is causing some of the surrounding roads to be blocked off. Otherwise, things are looking good out there this morning. Happening today, Frontier Field, the home of the Rochester Red Wings, could soon be getting a new name, and it's called Innovative Field. The proposals aren't approved just yet. Today, the Monroe County Legislature is holding a meeting, though, where the name proposal is expected to go up for a vote. This is in partnership with Innovative Solutions, a cloud services company based out of Henrietta. It includes a $26 million investment with help from the state to bring some future renovations to the stadium as well. On the corner of St. Paul and Colebrook Drive in Irondequoit stands St. Thomas, the Apostle Church, still active, and behind it a building that used to be their Catholic school.
Now vacant, a developer is interested in putting in high-end apartments or retail space in the old school, but some people living around it are less than thrilled. Christian Garzone spoke to the developer and neighbors, and he filed the story for us.
This is St. Thomas the Apostle Church, still open, and over here a building that used to be their school. The diocese wants to sell the vacant structure for development. Michael Yannicka lives down the street.
A new developer is proposing apartments with mixed-use commercial. They have recommended that they're looking at storage units, potentially coffee shops.
Yannicka says that's a problem.
This neighborhood is zoned R1 residential, which does not allow that.
When it comes to the ideas here, apartments or commercial space, Joe Palladino says no thank you, especially a coffee shop.
In this neighborhood, the wives make the coffee for the husbands.
Right.
Okay.
He says this idea has come up before years ago, and the community struck it down.
The town is full. We don't need any more people. Okay? In fact, I saw the fellow developer in the men's room, the town hall, and I told him, I said, save your money.
That developer is Joel Barrett, an Irondequoit native.
There isn't a lot of residential apartments in the area. It is an R1 neighborhood.
Barrett says the apartments would be high-end, but adds people are worried about what that or residential shops will do to property values. The town would likely have to rezone the area.
They don't want their neighborhood to change, and I can respect that. I grew up there.
Barrett wants to hear from the public on what they want here. He warns, though, the clock is ticking for any kind of redevelopment.
Getting to be dangerous. There's boarded up windows. There's people breaking into the building. There's, animals that are getting inside.
For News 8, this is Christian Garzone.
Today, the community is invited to a feedback forum at the St. Paul Exempt Firemen's Home that's on Thomas Avenue, and it is expected to be a rather large turnout, so you do have to pre-register. That meeting will be the first in a series of forums for the community.
Meanwhile, the Hill Cumorah, a historic landmark in Palmyra, is in the final stages of its 2-year makeover. On Friday, more than 50 volunteers planted native tree seeds as the final step to return the site to its natural state of a forest. The Church of Latter-day Saints held pageants there for more than 80 years before ending that tradition. Leaders have decided to focus on encouraging more family time, more time to pray, and reaching members globally. The manager of the site says in 25 to 35 years, you'll see a full-blown forest.